Qui. Hello. Hi Siva. How you doing? Just opening stuff real quick. Yeah, glad to hear. Welcome to the maybe last, probably penultimate? Maybe? I don't know. Depends on how fast I fucking am, which is not fast at all because I speak a lot. Who knows? Recent room, Ace Attorney, there we go. Boop! I hope you're having here just to like when I'm called finally 5. I love that, like, okay guys, today we're going to finish. Okay guys, we're gonna finish, but totally tomorrow. Okay guys, we're gonna finish today, but maybe next time. Okay. Like, that's just so good. Almost as good as say, guys, can you hear me? God. Poor old Ben. Let's see. My Twitch. Naming remix when you're able to find a clip that is memeable. For now, I stay in the shadow. Shit. What Saber now search for one clip of me that he can make a remix out of. I can totally see him doing that. Either way, since I want to cover as much as I can today, let's start a bit earlier. So, bam, boom, there we go. And from save point. Okay, so last time we were searching through the past, looking at every little detail of what preluded to the events of today, and we found out a lot of shit. We had either Valant or Zack shot Zack's wife slash what was his name? Well, Mr. Gromery's daughter. We also went to talk to to Drew's office to see like what the fuck was going on with all the forgeries. Phoenix found everything out. This was to find out about Trucy and all that, and this to know how Zack escaped. Then we dug a bit around the discovery that Shady Smith was Zack Gromery all along, and I am amazed I didn't think whatsoever that the connection between the Hispanic dead guy and the Hispanic guy that appears at the end of the game. Like, God. But yeah, we had that, and then we also went to talk with Christoph, which was something. So yeah, now we are going to go to either the Drew Studio or the Sunshine Coliseum, and I think I'm going to start here. Totally different guys, just look at their poses. Oh boy, okay. Well, what do we have here? Wait, Phoenix went to the fucking interview? The fuck? Remember me? Oh, of course I remember you. Journalist with sex attorney bar. End quote. Can I ask what you're doing here? Mr. Michan was poisoned at his daughter's. Oh, this is after. Okay, okay. Oh yes, I know. Oh, I know. Yes. This caused me no end of grief, to be honest. Journalist wishes he'd tracked down case just a little quicker. End quote. Bruh. You could at least say it's a pity that he died. Were you on the trail of this case the whole time? Sacramento was a good friend. Zack said something to that effect back at the Boris Road Club. What a character, what a man! If a little, no. A lot, no. Extremely rough around the edges. Yep. Do you think I could ask you a few questions? Are you serious? I mean, I just say the interviewer, not interviewee. Just ask questions, not the other way around. Hey, quote. Fine, shoot, I don't care. People have been asking me for all sorts of things lately. Okay, let's see. What clues can Phoenix draw out of this? Apparently not the hidden drawing. This is where Mr. Michan fell. I thought 7-year reunion would be quite like this. Wait, you knew Mr. Michan? I met him once, in court. It was a brief meeting, but one I'll remember for the rest of my life. That's a story right there, that is. I smell a scoop. Ex-attorney, now down on his luck, pianist plays Sonata of Sorrow, end quote. I'm all ears, let's have it. Don't hold anything back. Could you at least get rid of the down on his luck part? This is what Mr. Michan fell, blah blah blah. It's interesting, when he's around the Apollo electricity he doesn't seem to mind when people mock him, but here, those 3 paintings. Aldrich's works, of course, which is to say, Bera's works, really. Audrey prophesies Bera's forgeries of someone else's works. Of course, you feel I'm not the total precision. Actually, there's nothing more. I was about to say. Let's take a closer look at the desk. The frame looks even smaller sitting next to that photo. Just the right size for a commemorative stamp indeed. A commemorative stamp put there by the daughter that killed her father. Sometimes life just sucks. Wait, was this like right after our case or our trial? Hi, DC. Like, unless he somehow figured out the whole thing with the stamp by himself, that's also a possibility, I guess. A picture of a young Mr. Michan, a very young Bera. They're smiling, they look happy. Of course, now Mr. Michan's passed away, and Bera's on death's doorstep in the hospital. So just, oh yeah, this is right after the trial. Huh. Hope it's enough. Interesting. I just have to do that when I see this pose. I can't believe it's been 7 years. I have to stop torturing myself with these things. No, I'll just pretend it's saying something else. The post office? Oh, it's right over there. Good day, sir. God, that's so sad, poor Phoenix. This envelope's from the client who requested that forgery. Just think, if it had gotten lost in the mail, I'd still be wearing my attorney's badge. That's another assortment of equipment to find in a painter's studio. Of course, it makes more sense when you know that they were making forgeries. I guess that's why they never took visitors here. We really want people to see all this. Yes, in fact, I was the first human being to ever set foot inside the studio. Other than Mr. Michan, of course. And Vera too. And this is assuming I'm human, of course. I'm beginning to have my doubts. Thanks, Phoenix. Thanks for agreeing with me. I knew I could trust you. Look at all the jars of paints and pigments. Why are there so many jars of the same color? Why is it that they are sorted by age? Age? When you're making a forgery, it's important to match the age of the original, see? Paint compositions change a lot over the years. Alright. Did you learn that in journalism school? Journalism relies on writing skill and imagination. End quote. As long as you don't do news stories by imagination. I thought I just bought a lot of the same core by mistake. I find myself not caring anymore. Drafting table, probably for making detailed designs for forgeries. You know what I think of that? I'll tell you. Painting should be done freehand, no rules, no restrictions. Do you think a line drawn by a ruler is going to move anyone? You clearly know nothing about art and you should shut the fuck up. I sent a letter to the editor. Will you write an article with a ruler? End quote. Unless you want a ruler to write the address of your on your blackmail letter straight. That's what I think. You can cut me on need to. You could drop this guy on a desert island and he wouldn't get bored. Okay. I find the concept of this guy just going around an island just writing quotes about every single thing he sees so funny for some reason. Okay. Mr. Bruchel, could you take a look at this? I heard it loud and clear. So you want me to write an article on that, right? What's the angle? No, that's okay, I don't need an article. I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on this. I hear you! Going to sniff for a scoop? Well, you've got the red nose, my friend. It's all or less. Thanks. Okay, that was less than informative. Hi, Jaime. I'm voice cracking. Person playing video games throat cracks. End quote. Take a look at this. Blah 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 blah. Do you know anything about the stamp? No, you don't. I'm doing good. Enjoying a full meal in my stomach and warmth in my heart. I don't think this guy's going to be any use when it comes to that, so... Okay, it was tragic what happened to Drew Misham and his daughter. Forgery is a serious crime and they paid the price. You know what related to him though, don't you? Yes, a forged diary page. The night I interviewed him, I found out something about Mr. Ishan I hadn't known. What's that? You know, he always said that he was being watched? Every day for 20 years, walls of ears, potatoes of eyes, end quote. Being watched? You mean he felt guilty? No, I'm not talking about feelings here. You know, I felt watched too. The whole time I've been on this case, no less. Johnny's gets tingling sensation on back of neck, freaks out, end quote. Musician extraordinaire. Yes, that is your senpai, Lizzie. Because you felt guilty? How did I feel guilty? You felt like you were being watched, huh? Wonder what it all means. Oops, I didn't see the new thing. Oops. I sacked to that case actually. You mean the shooting of Magnifique Marie? No, before that. It's not widely known. You mean the accident during quick draw shooting practice? My, you're well informed. You have an excited Lizzie now. Enjoy. You should have seen me back then. I thought of quite a scoop. What it all? Money, fame, women, a little puppy, all for me. You know what? That last part is very valid. I was younger then, I mean, there's a nice smell of fresher mint that I know now. Van Cromery did mention one particularly nosy reporter. In fact, I was on close speaking terms with Magnifique Marie at the time. I knew his daughter too, of course. Thalassa, was it? Really? And Thalassa disappeared, quite suddenly at that. Magnifique wouldn't say a word about it. Yeah, maybe we'll have it got the better of me. Johnny's catches scent of a scoop. Goes on feeding frenzy. End quote. I still have a one-on-one interview with Thalassa's husband, see? Sacro Marie. Something strange was in there with that Atropé Marie on those days. The whole screwy mentor controlling disciples scenes starting by then, I'm guessing. Thalassa, she was part of it all, right? Come on, you can tell me off the record. Sorry, I don't know. Anyway, I got trying and eventually became friends with Zack. Sure, he wants you once or twice or 5 times. Ahora te voy a enseñar el tigre. What other time he went to see me as his confidant? Ah, so you got those Persona 5 those Persona 5 friendship levels, I see. Dromi-chan felt like he was being watched. And you along with him. You sure it wasn't just nerves? Nerves? No, it's nothing so mundane. I stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. But Fairy too, you're sure he's being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Sakura Marie got routed out after 7 years? Right, start coming into contact with me? He completely vanishes from the courtroom. Then for 7 years he talks to no one, not a soul. Then just as the remaining time was almost up, he contacts me in order to have this made. And then he dies. It's time to put the pieces together, are we? And you were being watched this whole time? Maybe not just me, maybe you were too. But me? Oh boy. Please don't talk much about the third game. Jaime hasn't still played. Hasn't still played that one. Oh, cuties. He's been waiting this whole time, 7 years, eh? Waiting? For his main comeback, of course. A big revival of the Magnifique Miracle. Of course it was a little dream. Because of this. The performance rights. In the essence of any official documents, he was golden. Who's to say the old man didn't give his rights to both Zack and Baland? So Ant waited until Zack died legally at least. Time finally comes and Baland's like a kid on Christmas morning. He's getting ready for his show at the Sunshine Coliseum, you know. If that document sees the legal light today, it's going to put a bit of a damper on the big show. It's a sorry one, that Valangari. Lost out to his partner at work and in love too. Love? Ooh. Interesting. It's the same old story, really. 2 disciples and their mentor's only daughter. What has 3 sides and all of them pointy? A love triangle. Or, as Jaime would put it, it's a love triangle but without being a triangle or of love. Lel, maybe. That is pretty classic. When you're performing drop, what? That's your world. It's like a family. One with the entire high school's worth of drama, intrigue, and backstabbing. It is a triangle, there's no love. And it's in the middle of all this, thus has Trucy. And then she dies. I have to find out more about this Thalassa. Okay, let's see. Can I show you the locket? Oh, nice. Do you know this person? I know that person, of course. I was friends with Zack, after all. He hit me a few times, 5 times actually. But still, I'd never forget his wife. Thalassa Gramarye. Magnifique Gramarye's only daughter. Do you think you could tell me more about her? Well, why the heck not? That was easy. I mean, he's still on the tutorial case of the second game. So Thalassa married Zack and Thalassa married Zack and had to CC. It was her second marriage actually. You mean she was divorced? Hadn't heard this one before. Not quite. Her late husband was a performer too. He died in an accident on stage. Tragic, really. They had only been married 1 year. Oof, that sucks. I didn't know. But she was a beauty. I still carry a portrait photo of her around, you know? Oh. 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 I see now. I understand now. Uh-huh. What? That is the first time I see a full image of her without like the whole troupe suit. What the fuck? Ah. You know if you stream with your naming? I mean, we could stream Phoenix Wright with you as the host if you want. Just have the pain and naming show. Oh, bless. Well, now everyone shall see you solve the puzzles of chapter 2 and 3 then. Not 1 because we both beat that one. I said you didn't beat Rise from the Ashes, but that's okay. I've known Trusty since she was little thing too. She got with a deal really. She's got you for family after all. What do you mean? That's her instinct, you know. The last has another child besides Trucy. End quote. Nani? Oh, and that is the other person. Oh, and that is the ring between Apollo and the skills of. I mean, the streams will be on Saturday, so. But. Oh god, this mind blown, and then imploded, and then blown again, and then imploded again. Lucy says she was an only child. Ah yes, this one she had with her previous husband. Her previous husband. Her first husband who died on stage. Yep, they had themselves a kid. Now they're orphaned now. That's the other one who slipped through the cracks. No idea where they are now. That's had another child. Do you think I could borrow that photo? Sure, I can be generous on occasion, you know? I won't need this locket anymore. Better return it to Trucy before I forget. You've just been holding onto that locket for 7 years. Amazing. People events, I'll get tangled to get them get bigger and bigger. Don't you think? Was too busy wondering about bigger to listen to what you were saying. Sometimes you just gotta accept that you won't be able to untangle it all, I think. Maybe so, but still. I have to do what I can. I have to tell what I find those who come next. Next, you say? I'm not the one who will close the curtain on this little play. Apparently that's not my role anymore. Magnifi! I was just wondering what Magnifi would think of all this. What do you mean? Haven't you seen it, Trucy? She's got his power. You mean how I can't lie to Trucy? It was the same with Magnifi, or with his daughter, Thalassa. It's a strange thing. You think it's some grammar Jean? Magnifi told me once, back when Zack married Thalassa, he said Zack had good eyes, but not good like Gramarisa. He's not got that good. The worst thing about the part is that half the fans shoot him by this point. It's like Star Wars all over again. But not good like a Gramarisa, it's not that good. I wonder if Zack ever played a game of poker with his wife. Who knows what the Gramarye secret was? May nobody, now that Zack's gone. Zack Gramarye. And we go back to the past. The plot had finally begun to reveal itself. It sprouted from a warp in the Gramarye's fabric and grew swallowing in everything, wrapping itself around the Gramarye's power. I swear to god, every single Phoenix Wright game is a giant fucking iceberg. Power which passed from Magnifi Gramarye to Thalassa to the next generation. Then we once again need to meet the one who bridged it all together. Nice. Okay, let's go back to the Boros Bowl Club. It's time. Oops, not examine. It's time to break some motherfucking locks. I have to know more about this power of Trucis. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew mine. And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Got to use the resources at hand, I always say. Yet I myself have no such power. But Trucy does. Why is that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother, Thalassa Gramarye. I will not speak of that. Thalassa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. The three of you were a team once. Not the entire country doesn't already know this. At your peak, you are the biggest stars around. Yet there is another story behind the fame, what do not many know. Thalassa lost her life during a rehearsal. To you and Valant Gramarye's bullets. But an accident! It wasn't me. How could I shoot my dear Thalassa? I'm sure Valant would say the same thing. Why, it's just like another murder, I might mention. Damn you! Her eyes! Oh, Thalassa's eyes. The thing that could read my mind was frightening. Yet there was a warmth in them that felt like an embrace. She's dead, and Magnifique Gramarye has joined her. So the only one with her powers left now is Trucy? Mr. Zack? I do not know. I don't need any power to see through that one body. So it's someone else. Someone other than Trucy. Someone who inherited Thalassa's power. Ha! How would I know? It would take a miracle to learn the truth. Maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power, and I know who. This boy? His name is... I forget. Something weird. Who could it be? An attorney. Attorney? I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law offices. Sorry what to make of this, great ex-attorney. You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like. I could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh. First, you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof at this close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring. As this will refresh your memory. The fucking rings. Actually, I know something. Your marriage to Thalassa was her second. How do you know this? Her first husband, he died the year after they were wed, yes? He was a performer the minute when he joined as Gramarye as a guest in our show. When Thalassa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. And you say she had a child then? I have a photograph of her here. I couldn't have noticed what she was wearing when I first saw this. Those bracelets stand out. They're a Gramarye family heirloom. This boy wears a bracelet just like the ones in the picture. So, that's why. Why what, Mr. Zack? Took this photograph of Thalassa before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet. I bet I know where that other one went. She gave it to this boy. Her son. This strange power, I still do not know from where it comes. Yet the fact is that it passed down from the Gramarye's line and runs in their veins. What is it? Yes, sir. Thalassa once. This is what she told me. Her body responds to tension in others. Tension? If she were to face a person and they became tense, even slightly, then she would know, no matter how hard they tried to hide it from her. So she could see it. Not quite, this is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting this tension, without the use of a particular object or, in her case, objects. Objects? Wait, were they something she wore? Yes! Her bracelets. I admit the first time I saw one of these I felt there was more to it than just fashion. What kind of power could a bracelet have? I've made a decision. I'll tell you all I know, consider it a gift. Oh boy! Well, I hardly need you to tell me at this point, but those two are brother and sister, yes. And the brother too has this power of theirs. So Trucy has an older brother. I wonder what will come of that. Mr. Wright, tonight after our game is on, I'll return to a life of hiding. Nope, you won't. I will not see her live her life without knowing. Understand, I'll tell the two of them when the time is right. I am in your debt once again. No kidding. What I want to know is how all this got to be so messed up. Those bracelets are made of a special alloy. It is said to expand and shrink very slightly in response to body warmth. So they are temperature sensitive or something. Yes, this is how they can shrink to the exact size of their wearer's wrist. And this has something to do with the power? What have I told you? There is power to extension in others. When one is extension, they too become tense. An extension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. So minute they cannot sense it on their own. Their muscles? Oh, so that's what the bracelets are for. This sounds like a JoJo explanation of a power. Like this sounds like something out of JoJo, like my stand, empathy, can sense the small changes in emotions in others, and my body will react to them slightly, but to detect these changes in my own body I have to use this item in order to notice the difference. With a bracelet on, one can sense those contractions, because the bracelet is always a perfect fit. So when the person they're watching at sense, the bracelet feels tighter on their wrist. Precisely. But that one doesn't really count as mind reading. I understand how the process works from there. It's a simple question of eyesight. Eyesight? Does that sound simple enough? Romari basically from the Zeppeli line. Have you ever heard of kinetic vision? Something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? I've heard of it before. They say athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped if they focus. Oh, but it's not confined to sports alone. It all relies on ability to focus, and when we focus, we can see many things. The faintest twitch of the veils, and the meaning that lies behind it. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before one may distract it. So basically, what you're saying is, the Gromaris can see really well. For them, seeing is more than believing, it is knowing. Their power relies on eyesight combined with exceptional focus. Things are starting to come into focus for me too. Of course, it is difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. But what if someone could tell you when they have to focus? Or something. Precisely! But wait, Trucy doesn't have any bracelets. You're talking about poker, yes? The time of when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Trucy herself has realized this. That is all I know of things, Romari. Thank you, Mr. Zack. So if we gave Trucy a bracelet, she would be even better at telling people's emotions. Amazing. If this voice bracelet is the real thing, then he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power. I'll keep that in mind. Well, shall we play a game? Ah, I've said so much, let me say one more thing. I'll tell you of that night. That night? The night my mentor Magnifique Romari passed from this world to the next. Okay, water time. Yeah, no wonder you are lost. You skipped the last episode. Basically, this is Trucy's father, Zack Romari, who was the apprentice of a great wizard along with Valant and the mentor's daughter. He married said mentor's daughter, and they had Trucy as a daughter. And so, the mentor is about to die, so he blackmails Zack and Valant into killing him. There is a whole case in which the which you saw, and then he disappears. And now we are basically digging into what fucking happened. And so basically, the bloodline of Trucy seems to have a special capability to sense changes in people's behavior. And thanks to some digging, we found out that Apollo is actually the son of Zack's wife. So he is Trucy's half brother. And the reason why his bracelet reacts to people being like tense is because it's a special bracelet made to sense slight changes in your own tension, pretty much. Yes, indeed. And also from this picture, I can already tell who the mother is. Like, Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, if you're pro Alabama, then sure, be my guest, but if incest makes the wincest. I can't fucking believe Lamiruar is fucking Thalassa. There are 2 pistols and the letter sent. This was Magnific's test. A test? His last years, Magnific Romary worked us to the bone, not to the pain. But at night I could not shoot him, so I shot the clown's forehead instead. This, it seems, was the correct answer. Okay, I've been wanting to say that since part 1. Time to make this the almost dead man's voice. Take this. I give my heart to you, Zack. What? It is my thanks for playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zack. Though I would not have minded dying by your hands. How could I shoot you? You're my mentor. Bah, I thought you might say that. If I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then? Then of course, I would have given Ballant his chance. And have shot you in the forehead instead. Then it would be over. If your Ballant were to shoot me in the head, then I to the darkness would go, and my heart with me. A fitting end, don't you think? Ah, your descending too gives no cause for regret. Oh, so if either of one of them actually killed him, he would take his heart to the grave. But because he didn't kill him, he now is a worthy heir. That's nice. I thank you, Zack, and I am sorry. I've done much that was wrong in my day. Okay, it's over. It seems to me that Magnific wanted you to be his successor along. I mean, he had cancer and diabetes. I do not blame the man for wanting to go out quick. It seems to me that it seems to me that Magnific wanted you to be his successor along. That's why the time he gave you was earlier than Ballant. Perhaps, but it's not something we'll ever know for sure now. I wonder, what is Ballant up to these days? Wanting for you to die. If 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him. And now here I am, and his dream is ended. It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know? What? You don't mean to tell me they've put the blame for our mentor's death on him? The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. There were even rumors that Ballant had helped you pull it off. But that's madness. Well, since now before I can once again disappear from this world. I have one more act to perform. Yes, I thought that sorting out my life would prove so complicated, even though I'm dead. Oh, so maybe Kristoff killed him to stop him from telling the truth about the case. Like if he was just gone away quietly without saying anything, he would have maybe still be alive. Interesting. The night Sagamari was killed, he died as Shadi Smith, a mysterious traveler with a secret past. But he left one thing behind before he parted: this. To whom it may his confession, to use as I saw fit. To whom it may concern, 7 years past Isaac Gromari, murdered by my mentor, Magnifique Gromari. Apologize for the trouble to the departure. Of course, he killed no one. This was his way of tying us loose ends with his old partner, Palan Gromari. What a fucking Chad! Not only is he giving his daughter the whole thing, but at the same time he is also making sure his friend is not getting thrown into the gutter. Sons of burning machines in my brain. I think I maybe can understand about 20% of this case wrongly. Ah yes, Phoenix wrong. Okay, let's go to Sunshine Coliseum. I think it's about time. Well, this is a blast from the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Ballant. 7 years has it been? Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Actually, I came because there's something I want to ask you. I've spoken to the praise. I've nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself and come to some conclusions, but then I realized I needed to hear it from you. Magnifique Gromari! I've walked a difficult road these past 7 years. Because you couldn't perform Magnifique's repertoire? Do not be deceived. Blunt skill is the real deal. I don't require my mentor's hand-me-downs. God, Zack is such a crazy guy. Like, the way he fucked with everyone and then was like, oh shit, I need to fix this. Like, this guy could have just ignored everything, just given the letter to his daughter and just gone along with his life. Like, he could have easily just given the letter to Rachel and said nothing. His kindness was his demise, and that is truly a shame. Blunt screamed, no, it was my partner who slowed me on my way. Sagamari. His rather well performed disappearing walk 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought. Sagamari murdered our mentor, fled to escape punishment for his crime. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you? I remember it as if it were only yesterday. Yet that was not the way of it in the end. For all he won is the suspicion about my own person never did. His father Zack managed to protect him. That's what those TV magpies of the press said. I had no idea, you totally don't deserve it or anything. Yet the very same press comes to me now feigning interest. They got the greatest magic show in history to our vaudevillian destruction. Here I must I stand smiling at them all. What am I if not a player in some fiendish farce? Yeah, I know complex stunts are literally his job, but this is probably the most complex stunt in the history of complex stunts. I think Magnifique would be actually proud of this. But I suggest it's because you never made it clear what happened. Magnifique's death is still a mystery to this day. Which is why I came here to get an answer from you. And here we go. I knew I'd be seeing this sooner or later. The audience has no business stepping up on the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight. That sounds awful like there's something I heard 7 years ago. Let's dance. Then you have played so much AA, you think you'd learn not to be hasty in conclusions. You see, that's true partly, but at the same time, you see you see Alfred von Karma, and you think, wow, that guy is evil, and he was evil, completely. So like, it's a bit of a 50-50. Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me. I'm as much a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened. For 7 long years I've endured. Now finally the curtain lifts on a new golden age. All the miracles are to pay within my grasp. Sorry to do this, Valant, but right now I need answers. I think I'll start by dropping a bomb that should shake things up. Valant, I wouldn't be so sure about those miracles. Phoenix, Jesus, you're just going to drop it on him? Not as long as I have this. Oh, it's the other, okay. That's the confession to save your ass. Sorry. Silly frilly. I need a bit of magic, something to stop balance showing its track. Okay. And what might that be? As it bears the Gramarye seal. I should have brought this to your attention sooner. I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. What is this? A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnifi's miracles. What? Zack Gramarye? He wrote this? He passed everything to his daughter? Trucy Enigmar. Actually, she's officially my daughter with these days. Preposterous! Zack is gone! Vanished into the void! This is the genuine article. Zack was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this. Ugh! Why? Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived enthralled to the dead? You're not the only one with that problem. I shot Magnifi, yes! Was Zack, it was! And then he left. My career as a magician fell into the darkness. Do you think there might be some way out of it? Say if you could prove Zack Gramarye shot Magnifi. Was that the way you testified? Yes, my way out. It should have been my way out. Well, it may not be too late, Mr. Valant. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnifi Gramarye? I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zack Gramarye wrote one more thing before passing on. This? But this is a confession! In which he admits to the killing of Magnifi Gramarye. See? All according to your plan! I am a magician by trade. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. Yet, since the tables have turned, now I am the audience, living the deceptions I have brought about myself. Zack wrote this right in front of me, after I explained your situation to him. Allah! Kassom! You don't know this confession is nothing but lies. Yes, it's my opinion that Zack Gramarye killed no one. And you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. Two received instructions to kill, but if one is innocent, the one who remains is guilty. That would be the logical conclusion, yes? So he managed to protect me, his partner. A stirring tale, is this true? Did you shoot Magnifi Gramarye in the forehead? If I had, I told you, what would you do? Run to the police perchance? Do as you will, there is nothing left for me now. It is true, after all. I have little talent. I need my mentor Magnifi's repertoire. It was as if a little demon grabbed a hold of me. I knew it. So Valant Gramarye did kill the great Magnifi. So sorry, Mr. Wright. But it was not I who shot my mentor. What? But if it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple, was there? Another disciple, such as... I don't know. Knack and Talent Gramarye, maybe? Your royal fancies couldn't be further from the truth. Only Zack and Balan received those threatening letters. But there was another. One more person who could have fired that pistol that night. I suppose you figured it out by now. If it wasn't Zack or Balan, who shot Magnifi? They had to be the only other person at the scene, which means he shot himself once they both left. Wow! He could have left a suicide note to avoid all of this. Yes, the Magnifique Romari himself. So Magnifique Romari committed suicide. You find it hard to believe. To be honest, I hadn't even imagined it as a possibility. When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. When I turned and made to leave the room, the old man called out to me. So you spoke with Magnifique Romari. Oh boy, I think I may have to do his voice again. Yeah. And this is why I knew what he had done. Magnifique transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner, Zack Romari, not me. I see. Then I guess I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it. You owe me no apology. I mean, you were the one who witnessed against your partner and made the whole mess to begin with. So yeah, we owe you no apology. My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of a murder. What? Your crime? Is Zack Romari confessing something to me? What could be more serious than murder? You see, I knew that 2 letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Magnifique's plan. He wanted to die by one of your hands. Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That's when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart. The demon. Let me confess, I had intended to shoot Magnifique. And I planned on framing my partner for the crime. What? What? That night, I heard something before going to Magnifique's hospital room. Which was IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zack did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then I would use the IV liquid to place the murder on his hands. That was my plan. But you didn't shoot him. I could not. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came, but then Magnifique called me back. Oh boy. I am sorry, Blaland. I am giving my magic to Zack, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please help him if you can. Wow. I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what I just been told consumed me. That is when I heard the fateful gunshot. Magnifique Romari killing himself. Then the demon awoke new within me. Zack killed him. He was the one. Frame him, and the magic will be yours. I altered the scene of the suicide. I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the prints. Then I used the syringe with the heavy fluid I brought. So in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. Magnifique died, you framed Zack for his murder. As planned, indeed. Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed truly? That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but yes, I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Balan. Thank you. It is I who should be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision. You're going to turn yourself in? My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I've had enough of punishing gods. I understand. I thought my life was ruled by a dead man, but I find it I was wrong. For Zack Romari was alive. Well, not anymore. And now it occurs to me, what if he was not the only one who survived? What do you mean? Yeah, I know where he's coming to. Thalassa is alive. You see, now that I think about it, I realize that we never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body. Her? The mind races on the Morph flaps on. My apologies, forget this matter. I can only hope that the day will come when I again meet my partner, Sacramari. Then I shall apologize for my terrible mistake. I'm glad we had this chance to talk. Thank you. Oh boy. Sacramari, Shady Smith, whichever name you prefer, he's no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver. The impenetrable darkness of the main has taken another life. I knew what I had to do to push back the darkness for good. You want anything in heaven, Valant? If he goes to heaven, who knows? And it would be involved paying that man a visit. Okay, it is time. Sorry, sir. Prisoner Christoph cabin is currently occupied. I see. Do you know when he'll be finished? Well... Could you go find out? Certainly, sir. Please wait here for a moment. My apologies to the guard, but there's something I need to see. The yellow envelope. Fuck yeah. There it is. The yellow envelope. And the sender is... Drumisham. I was right. Yeah, like he gets this fucking nice as fuck cell. Though I don't see any bed, unless it's behind Phoenix. This would be hilarious, he just sleeps on the chair. Just... When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Isham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter. I quickly sealed the envelope. It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene. This is the last letter that Drumisham wrote. Then there's something I need to do. The last thing I need to do, in fact. Here goes. Let's see if this Atrocanine spray finds anything. Here it is! So this was Drumisham's messenger of death. Was this stamp alright? No mistaking it. And his last letter was sent to Christoph McGavin. So... Okay. It's behind the good case. So Christoph sent the stamp years ago to kill Vera. And then Drumisham died by that same stamp when he was writing a letter to him. Let's see the contents. The interview request came like you said it would, and they are looking into the case. I swear on my life I won't tell them about you, so please release the spell you've put on my daughter. God, they really are treating Christoph as if he was the devil, but yep, this is absolute proof that he is involved in the case. Finally, decisive evidence. What's this? A burglar in jail? Gavin! I didn't know you moonlighted in larceny, right? Gavin, there's something I have to ask you. Can I steal your stuff? The answer is no. My apologies, but there's not much I care to discuss. Vera Mission hasn't received her verdict yet. You follow me, Gavin? There are no known survivors of Atrocanine poisoning. But it never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll be leaving now then. Right, wait. Yeah, Gavin. Would you mind leaving that letter? It's private. Oh, sorry, forgot I had it. Many thanks. Zoom. Oh my god, he was carrying a camera around on his cap all this time. We have now seen all the clues in this case. Clues I gathered over 7 long years. Now it is time. Every story has an ending. We've come to the final chapter, the final trial. Find the truth. You're the only ones who can. Change the world! My final message. Goodbye. This is the best part. What a fucking chat, yep. Angie Phoenix. Welcome to court! That's so fucking menacing! Wait, I need to take a screenshot of this shit. Ignore the music. That's just my... that's just... This is so fucking intimidating, I love it. Okay, there we go. A literal chess game. Well, okay, this should be back now. There we go. I'm going to... Holy shit, what happened to this? Give me a second. There we go. "7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant Bermingham innocent or guilty? The courtroom doors are opening, the trial awaits. Are you ready to begin?" Courtroom number 3. Preparations complete. God, this... Something inside me. Rising, surfacing. Something important. Lost long ago. It's close now. So close. Dude! This is such a cool case! Okay, but before we begin, I'm going to take a little munchy break, so I shall be right back. Okay, time to continue. Court is now in session for the trial of Beramisham. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution's ready to rock. Prosecutor Gavin, how's the defendant Beramisham's condition? Acute of her forehead, acute of trogonine poisoning according to her physician. She could die at any time. Thus her absence from the courtroom today. What? They can't put her on trial without her being here? It is unusual. They should wait for her to get better and do it then. Well, the thing is, this court system is shitty as fuck and it only gives 3 days to complete a case. It's so bureaucratic of them. That's being a little harsh. They can't delay the trial any longer. Or they risk having no one left to try it. That too. A trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tell us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on. Right, if Vera dies, the trial will be cancelled. I'm not going to let that happen. Mr. Ray told me everything that's been going on behind the curtain all these years. Oh! So now you know that you're Drusi's brother? So I guess you were also in that little session about that was done with the jury? I'm going to get Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time. Very well. Your opening statement, Prosecutor Gavin. Prosecution... her forehead? The prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Why did Vera Misham succumb to poison? Because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she'd done. But Vera was poisoned with atrocinine, the exact same poison that took her father's life. What better confession could you ask for? Being the killer, she would have had access to the poison. Significance, since it's rather hard to come by. That is true. In other words, I see no need for further discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no objections, I see no reason to postpone a verdict. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds that Vera Misham is the victim, not the killer. If that's so, then you have to prove something. She was in court giving her testimony before us. How do you propose her killer poisoned her? Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told us who her mystery killer was. The prosecution's objection is sustained. I asked the defense to prove its claims to this court. Tell us how Vera Misham was poisoned. I've got 2 things to prove here. Who did it and how? Which to hit first? How did the killer poison Vera Misham? I'll focus first on the method used. Any comments before we begin, Prosecutor Gavin? Not about the container poison was found in the defendant's body? I see. So the vector of poisoning is unknown. So the defense prepared to prove how the poison reached Vera Misham? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. What method was used to poison Vera Misham? Her nail polish. Fucking Christophe's nail polish. What's this? Why, what a beautiful bottle. I like to give whoever designed the hand. Is that nail polish? It's colorless. Ha! Something the matter? No, nothing at all. Happen to recognize this bottle, Clavier? So the killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it? As Prosecutor Gavin has told us, this is nail polish. Nail polish? It's like paint for nails. Anyone with your nails? Oh, my wife has her nails. I see, so she's been beating me all this time. Judge! Record yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court? So Christoph gave her a double 2 poisons actually. Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails. Her nails? Ah! Prosecutor Gavin? When the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails? Bailiff! How did you check the defendant's nails at once? Mr. Justice? Yes? You know who did this? Do you know who put poison in that nail polish? Yes. That bottle belongs to Vera Misham? Why do you ask? Know someone else who might have a bottle like this? No, just checking. Mr. Justice, you're about to accuse someone of poisoning that bottle of nail polish. Please dispense with each other. You raised a bit of this accusation. Here, let me show you. Let me show you this biggest penalty that you're going to get if you get it wrong, boy. And let us ask, who poisoned Vera Misham by her nail polish? Christoph Gavin. What's this? Christoph Gavin? What's your game? My bro, there's no way he could do a thing like that. You should know better than anyone else. Indeed. He's behind bars. I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible to do what he did. What? Ask yourselves when he put the poison in the bottle. It could have been yesterday, it could have been a month ago, maybe it was a year ago, or perhaps it was 7 years ago. But Christoph Gavin has no motive for killing the poor girl. It's simply inconceivable. Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. That face tells me one thing. Christoph Gavin's own younger brother doesn't find it conceivable at all. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, I feel there is a clear and pressing need that we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness. Fine. I've known for some time that impenetrable darkness looked at the bottom of this. A darkness that has swallowed even myself. Okay, defense's wish is granted. Let Prisoner Christoph Gavin take the stand. This is like, now we have everything, we're just flipping the table completely. Bailiff reading prophecy to call a special witness. The witness is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell at 30 at Central Prison. Hi, Your Honor. How nice to see you again. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? It is not every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never. I think you already know, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Ah, Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself. Ugh, why do I feel like somehow he's still my boss? Steve, upper lip, Apollo. You can do it. Does this bottle look familiar? Aradone nail polish? Why yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear. She's not dead yet. And was there something concerning this bottle you wish to ask me about? Admit I respect her for the taste in the nail polish. Her taste indeed. This nail polish was how Vera Misham was poisoned. At Rocky 9, was it? You're well informed about the case, Mr. Gavin. Even in solitary much comes to my desk, and I have nothing to do but read. Well, Clavier? Maybe you can explain this? I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. I'm starting to think that Christoph got the false evidence without telling Clavier, and then used it as leverage against him. Like that look is like he's totally blackmailing him or something. You are being accused again by him again. And you agree with this accusation, do you? Let's hold a proper trial, shall we? Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please. I'll be delighted. The charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You're suspected of the poisoning of the defendant, Paramisham. Please testify on this matter to the court. Let's go. Oh, owning the same nail polish does not a murderer make. I have been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father, then attempted to poison herself. Surely you're not going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father too? Well, I'm afraid the defense's claim is sounding rather unlikely. Naturally. For one, I don't even know the Mishams. Isn't that so, Mr. Justice? Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. I'm accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss. I know he poisoned the Mishams. The question is when could he have done it? Not to mention, why? Oh, it's a bracelet time. It's not a murderer make. Tell me, is this nail polish expensive? Aradon is a nail polish of the highest order. Not only is it fabulously expensive, but it is made in extremely limited quantities. And you and Bear just happen to both use it. That can be a coincidence. I'm guessing it's not a coincidence. Huh? It's simple. Aradon is the best nail polish one can buy, correct? And if one wanted the best nail polish, one would buy it. That makes sense. Well, it's a bit like my feeling towards my brand name Gable here. And my silk top hat. Are we all done showing off our refined tastes? Please continue with your tasteful testimony. Natata, how could I poison her? Can you still make contact with the outside world in solitary? Ah, so you had a accomplice on the outside? This is your latest accusation? I'm allowed a certain modicum of letter writing. But the contents of those letters are closely checked. It would be extremely difficult to send a hit request. Recitor's Gavin's on the warpath, isn't he? Yeah, you think so too, Rudolphy. I bet I know why. He must be nervous with his big brother watching. Maybe that's a weakness and turn to my advantage. Are we cool with that? May I continue? Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. Defendant is not dead yet. There are no known cases of someone surviving atrocinine poisoning. You seem to know a lot about atrocinine. I know a lot about a lot of things, which is why I suggest we pick up the pace. Or else you will short one defendant for what she's worth. The weakness will refrain from speaking ill of the eel. My apologies, shall I continue? Okay, so she poisoned her father, then happened to poison herself. Bella had no reason to want to commit suicide. And also, who would commit suicide when doing her nails? Yes, it's quite simple, basically. Allow me to explain. Begin with why did she do it? The answer is quite simple. She couldn't live with her own guilt. Next, why did she use nail polish to poison herself? This too is simple, so she could die doing something that she liked. Something that she liked. Once she saw that the trial wasn't going her way, she knew she would die. And it's not easy to bring poison into a courtroom. Must I explain further? I believe that's clear enough. Crystal clear. Wow, the two brothers together is like a two-man breaking team. I could use a little more teamwork though. So yes, I was responsible for poisoning her father too. Both Vera and Mr. Michan were poisoned with a Drokinine. That really can't be a coincidence. The defense is repeating fallacious statement based on conjecture. The prosecution requests concrete and ambiguous proof of the witness crime. Objection sustained. The defense will please present concrete proof. Does Prosecutor Gavin seem strange to you too? It's like he's all grown up. I think that's how prosecutors are supposed to be, actually. Though he's acting different than usual. I'll bet it has a lot to do with his brother Christoph being in the room. Well, that makes this testimony count, Apollo. Right, quick and painless. My bracelet should do the trick. Okay, I'm questioning my ex-boss. Testimony seems watertight, but he's lying. I'm sure I'll be able to see something as long as I focus. Mama! Ooh, I think it might be the last one. Oh my god, look at those eyes! Jesus Christ! Okay, it's... Actually, this doesn't really give me... Like, he's not saying a statement here, so he can't lie here. Stop. Let's see. So you're going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father. Rosie's case holds she poisoned her father and attempted to poison herself. Which means that I have been in solitary confinement. How would I poison her? Prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father. Then attempted to poison herself. Doesn't seem like there's anything here. Let's see his hand. Here again. Prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father. Doesn't seem like there's any perturbance. Then she attempted to poison herself. Nothing here. Okay, let's perceive this hand. Actually, think about it. Let's. Nothing. Doesn't seem like there's anything moving. I doubt this guy's going to sweat buckets like the reporter did. Secret case source is poison her father, attempted to poison herself. It's not a murder make. How could I poison her? It has to be this one. Like, it's the only one with a different pose. Also, those eyes. Those fucking eyes of the demon. Wait. Okay, no. I thought I saw something for a moment. Oh! Perceive! What the fuck? Holy shit! That is a metal as fucking reaction! Also, he has a scar on his hand, I didn't even notice. Gotcha, bitch! It was you who killed Drew Misham. A bluff worthy of your mentor, Mr. Wright. Oh really? But you see, I saw it. Right when you said her father too. Your hand tensed up unnaturally, and a little devil appeared to give me the news. And let's assume for the sake of argument that you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty? And tell me, was Drew Misham full of nail polish too? Sorry, but there's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get someone's mouth. Ah. Then I must be very talented indeed. See, Drew Misham was killed on October 6th. But I was already in my solitary confinement cell at Central Prison. If that's not an alibi, then I don't know what is. But you found a way, all the same. I found it too. This is how you poisoned Mr. Misham. My. Okay, so... Choose to bear on. Friends like seeing a shirt of leggings. It's like finished right, come to think of it. Okay, so it was the stamp itself. Justice, I've gone this far, I must know the answer. How did the killer get to his victim when the killer was in jail? Okay, there we go. I'm sure this commemorative stuff requires no introduction. The night Mr. Misham died, he was seen writing a letter. Document was found on his stamp, Mr. Gavin. So am I to understand this stamp was the murder weapon? Yes, you are. Oh, and yes, this stamp was found in your prison cell. That is all, Your Honor. Order! Poison on the back of the stamp. After Drew Misham was killed, someone paid a visit to this witness's cell. Phoenix Wright. Daddy? That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Misham write you a letter. That's how you killed him. What? My. You have set my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Oof. Allow me to clarify this matter, Justice. All you need to do is recall witnesses Spark Rochelle's testimony. Well, as I didn't say, after he put his letter in that envelope, there's a chance that they're searching his text drawer for something. Yes, he was searching for a stamp. He was looking for a stamp, ergo he had no intention of using this stamp. What are you getting at? What I'm arriving at is that this commemorative stamp was in a frame. Was a mere coincidence that he used it that night? That would seem to be a case. Or perhaps you mean to suggest I can somehow manipulate coincidence? He does have a point. How would this witness know if the victim was going to use a stamp? Without that, you wouldn't have planned the murder. What? Really, Calavier? You should be seeing through these weak-spined bluffs by now. He's right though. How could anyone have known Mr. Misham would use that stamp that night? Least of all, Christoph Gavin locked away in his cell. Well, it seems that the defense has run out of things to say. Yes, and he has something to say in the first place. I believe the defense's bluff has been called. The defense's bluff? I'm not sure I agree with you there, Christoph. Ooh. Clavier? Honestly, I wanted to believe in you. But the defense wasn't trying to get away with a bluff. You were, Christoph. What are you saying, Prosecutor Gavin? Hair forehead? What was your accusation again? Huh? Oh, it was that... This poison stamp killed Drew Misham, yeah? To which my brother responded thusly. There was no way to know when Misham would use the stamp. Yes, that's right, which is why it could have been planned. Tell me, it needs to be planned? Why? Why could it have been a coincidence? The defense's case is simply that Dreamishan died by the stamp. That's all. Coincidence. Kristoff, you tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject. If that's not bluffing, what is it? What are you up to, Clavier? I could ask you the same question, Kristoff. Heh. I silenced the defense with the fewest word possible. It's called efficiency. But Mr. Gavin, that's impermissible testimony. Very well, I shall take his claim head on then. Justice? What? You accuse me of the Dreamishan's murder, yes? Then allow me to ask you. What possible reason could I have to kill a painter? Apollo, motive! He's talking about a motive! Indeed. It's hard to see how an attorney could come to want to kill a painter. Now here's something, why did he bring out the motive from the very beginning? Unless he was afraid there was a battle he might lose. So, what does it mean? It means there might be a weak spot. We have some evidence to prove a motive. A motive for murder is a vital, if not the most vital element in this case. Please consider this when making your statement. I'd say it's about this vital. That's pretty vital. Well, Mr. Justice, I'm going through with this no matter what. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present evidence. Then let us see what you have for us. What reason did Kristoff Gavin have for wanting to murder Dreamisham? We have Vera's card. We have the red envelope. It's probably the torn notebook. Why is the autopsy here? Wait. No, there's no changes. Why is it here now? Whatever. Kristoff Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to the Dreamishan studio in the first place. And why was that? Forgery, Your Honor. Go back 7 years. Dreamishan accessed his first job creating forged evidence. I've seen that before. It's from a diary, wasn't it? Magnifique Romarie's diary. Ah, when Attorney Phineas Wright lost his badge, yes. This was the evidence he presented to his loss. This evidence is a fake, yes. But did Mr. Wright request the forgery be made? That was never proven. The defense attorney on that case was Phineas Wright. Who would have done with the prospect of history could have done it? How did they? Just out of curiosity. Do you remember this letter? This is the first page. And this is the second. Those were presented in court yesterday. Letter was sent to Dreamisham by the client who requested the forgery. The enclosed stamp was none other than the poison commemorative stamp. Dreamisham did his last breath just the other day. However, he's talking about motive. The motive for his murder was already 7 years old. 7 years old? The client who requested the forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connections to the forgery. To keep them from talking? But he made a mistake. Stamp was a picture of my favorite magician, so I kept it. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. The killer's time bomb was delayed. The poison stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years. Her forehead. Do you understand what you're telling us? The one who schemed up the forged diary page was the one who poisoned the stamp. It was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. And the two evidence together, the one who schemed to kill Dreamisham was none other than Phineas Wright. Sorry, but that's not how this is going to go down. Oh? And how did it go down? I checked through the records of on that case when I found this. 7 years ago, just before the trial began. Yes, Trucy giving him the thing. And one more thing. You haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was flip cards. That was enough. Phoenix tried to respond to the case the day before the trial started. He didn't have time to request a forgery. The day before? Now here's a question. Yes, who was Shadi Enigmar's previous defense attorney? Shadi Enigmar's? What? No, this can't all be. I see how it's going now. So he was planning at first to be an attorney to let his brother win. But then... oh boy. Maybe it's all true? There was another man, a defense attorney with a badge on his collar. It was you, Christoph Gavin. That or he ordered the forged evidence to win himself, not knowing he was going to fight his brother. Man, now I feel bad for Clavier. His whole career is built on a lie that he didn't even know about. Jeez. What is the meaning of this? Witness, I mean defendant, or former lawyer. Let me begin by denying this. It is enough to look up, Mr. Gavin. And impossible to prove if you can't. Attorneys are registered in the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court. How exactly did you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claim? That would be difficult. Afraid this line of inquiry won't yield. No, I will instead take the punch that was going to him and use it to double punch Christoph. Easy enough. Head for head? Are you sure you don't have evidence? What's wrong with Gavin? He looks... Evidence! Evidence that shows this man, Christoph Gavin, requested that forgery 7 years ago. Clavier. Just prove it! Clear up these doubts now, or I swear I'm off this case. He must have thought of some evidence. Apollo! Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain, that darkness. I have to pull that darkness out of him and prove that the only way I can. What proves Christoph Gavin linked to Drumisham? Mr. Justice, you claim Christoph Gavin requested a forgery of Drumisham 7 years ago. It can be proven. Simply ridiculous. Why even discuss it? This evidence does not. Are you telling the truth, Apollo Justice? I am. Then I say we give him the benefit of the doubt. Very well. But if you're wrong about this, be prepared for a penalty. Your Honor, you defend an injustice. Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about his claim. Should the penalty not match his passion? I haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. Well, Mr. Justice? Fine, Your Honor. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Something that ties Christoph Gavin to Drumisham. And I have something that clearly does the job. Show us the link between our witness and Drumisham. Yes! This evidence proves there's a link. That scrap of paper? I'm afraid I can't let you submit that. Is there some problem? There is? How could you possibly have that? You couldn't. Hey, that's Daddy's handwriting. The fuck? Is that right handwriting? What's the meaning of this? Ah, I see now, yes, of course. What do you mean, of course? I just remember I had a visitor yesterday. Phineas Wright came to my cell. I said I wasn't there. Phineas Wright? When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail. Mail? You mean this letter was in your cell? No. However, it appears Mr. Wright has yet to be cured of his bad forging habit. Well, if it's a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting is terrible. This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter. Reproduction? Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell. He brought with him a small video camera. What? He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin, and the contents of your personal mail. Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court. Evidence based on a video, one with no authority whatsoever claims to he took. One who happens to be an ex-attorney at suspect of forgery. Prosecutor Gavin? Prosecutor Gavin? As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother is incapable of making rational judgments at the moment. Your Honor, your decision, please. The defense claim is denied. What? Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law. Please remove the defense's evidence from the record. Better luck next time, Justice. Well, we've certainly taken a detour from our cross-examination, but the defense appears to be lacking proof. I'm forced to end the cross-examination of Christoph Gavin at this point. Apollo, do something! I'm thinking, but without evidence, I don't have anything I can use on him. Ha 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 ha. To be fair, recording conversations without the knowledge of the other party is itself illegal. I mean... recording conversations is complicated, but yeah, mostly illegal. Yeah, the show's over, yet the crowd screams for more. Only now do I understand why. Prosecutor Gavin, frankly I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years, and I'm tired of the whole youthful angst scene. Now's our chance. Let's clean out the family closet, eh, Christoph? Clavier, you're spinning out of control. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret. Spinning out of whose control? Mine? Or yours? Take a moment to consider everything you've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor, your fame with the masses. You could lose it all, Clavier. Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin. I mean, Phoenix is... the thing is, Phoenix is the one leading this trial. He's the big boss. He could totally get that as legitimate proof. Like, he is the one who is managing the whole thing. So his word is pretty much law in here. Prosecutor Gavin, try to remember. What's really important to you? You amuse me, Herr Forehead. I couldn't forget what's really important to me even if I tried. In fact, I haven't. Not even once. 7 years ago. Finally, you just couldn't resist, could you? Right. Resist what? I mean, still, he can be the one to do all the work. He can probably have he probably has ways to make the bureaucracy go easier for the evidence he finds for the case. Besides, this is not exactly a normal scenario, considering this is a trial being used to try out a new system that is being managed by a civilian that was an ex-lawyer. Like, this is a very irregular situation in general. Examination on hold. The prosecution would like to call a new witness. Then accusation for the record. I'm familiar with the trial. I've watched the video several times. Did you find anything unnatural about it? Unnatural? Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence, and the next moment you call in Drew Misham. It was almost as if... Almost as if what? Trin! Funny, it didn't even occur to me how to wonder. But now that I do, I see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence. Oh! Correct! I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with that Forge diary page. Don't do this, Clavier. I knew because you told me, Christoph. Ooh. What? It was the night before the trial. Whoops. Clavier. Christoph, odd seeing you at the prosecution's office the day before the trial. I won't be appearing in the trial, actually. Why not? I won't be facing off with you on the first trial, apparently. An exchange about information. Information? The attorney who will be in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't give him the benefit of your respect. Listen, I want you to call in a special witness. Then... I wonder about it at the time. How did Christoph know so much? Prosecutor Gavin. Christoph! We are supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I said that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. Show me all your research on the case. The victim's belongings? Which would have included Magnifi's diary, wouldn't it? Mr. Gavin! My, Clavier, you disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss the forest. You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin. You can't sweep this under the rug, not anymore. Tell me what's going on behind that trial. Why not? I achieved what I came here to do. I see no harm in little reminiscing. Apollo. I think we are finally going to shine a light on the black belly of this thing, Trucy. We've done everything we could. Oh, it's enough. 7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client Sakura Marie. Two cards. Showdown time. You know, Gavin, thanks for the work, now go. To be honest, I don't quite know what his decisions were to this day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker. I can come no other conclusion. But I used to say something. If you want to know a man, you have to compete. Zack wasn't watching his points or the cards. He was watching the man behind the cards, Christoph Gavin. So because he saw how he was playing cards, he knew he was not a good man. I couldn't believe it. Phoenix Wright, a second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs. You say that, but a second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs has not failed a case ever. He dismissed me and went with that pitiful excuse for a man. You deserve to die for that terror alone. Wow, you did all this for pride. For fucking pride. You're a fucking scumbag. Hold it! So who requested forgery was... I will not admit to anything, my point is... These two men shamed me and I could not forget that. Phoenix Wright and Sakura Marie both deserved what they got. I mean, he relies on luck and bluffs, but he also thinks a lot about everything that goes around. His biggest strength is thinking outside of the box. So you asked Mr. Michan to forge that evidence, so you could win. But then when you were dismissed as Sakura Marie's attorney, you used your forged evidence as a trap. You fed me information about the forgery you made. Then you gave your dirty evidence to him. You're free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I have imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly. Ha! 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 Incredible! If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep. Prosecutor Gavin? Perfectly? You are mad, Kristoff. Stop fooling yourself. You are clearly fucking stupid. What are you talking about, Clavier? Tell me, how did the trial end? Cancelled when the defendant vanished. I get it. So, Kristoff, you've been living in fear for 7 years. What? You were afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation thrashed. You couldn't leave things to chance. So you watched everyone involved in the case for 7 years. Wow, so that's why everyone was being watched. Amazing. This guy is a little bitch. So he somehow was able to track Zack? Jesus. Don't you wonder why Zack Romari got dropped out after 7 years? Right after coming to contact with me? Yes, because the pie would be revealed. If he confessed to his crime, then blah 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 blah. The whole thing would just fall apart. Gigantic pickle. Give me a second, I'm doing a thing real quick. Wait just a minute. Zack Romari was seen by this reporter? How is that possible? Was he alive after being gone 7 years? Yeah? Finally. I knew this moment was coming. Just didn't think we'd get here so fast. Zack Romari gone missing for 7 years to his father. What's wrong, Apollo? Go get him! Right, leave it to me. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Kristoff Gavin was charged with murdering a mysterious traveler. I remember him quite well. Shady Smith, was it? Poison in a Chinese restaurant. Judge, come on. Chinese restaurant. God damn it. Okay. The details don't really matter right now. All that is that the traveler was Zack Romari. What is it, Apollo? Huh? Keep going. We'll talk about it later. Did she already know? I mean, she probably was able to recognize her father, and if not, things already told her. Through this PogChamp. Someone please explain this. Mr. Justice, can you explain this? It all started 7 years ago. The great magician Magnifique Romari's death started it. Magnifique Romari's death and his student Zack Romari, the suspect. Whoever defended Zack in court successfully would be famous beyond belief. Thinking that, Kristoff Gavin did the unthinkable. Forged evidence. True Misham. Dervisham? Actually, it was his daughter, Vera, who really did the work. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you, Mr. Gavin? Precautions? To keep people from talking, of course. Used to know too much, live their life, and there'll be nothing but trouble. That's when you planned your poisoning of the forgers. Not Rocky 9. Applied to a commemorative stamp. But luck was on Mr. Mission's side, the bomb didn't go off. His daughter. She did him by taking the stamp, I see. Oh, when he has his glasses like that, he's looking mighty pissed. I know that from when I examined him. But it wasn't the only bomb he set up. Darla Donay nail polish, of course. You noticed something when you requested that forgery. When Vera Mission is nervous, she has a bad habit. A tendency to bite her nails. Oh, the nail polish was her good luck charm. She was almost kidnapped once. Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. That person gave me a good luck charm for when I absolutely had to go outside. It protects me. Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. She won't tell me what it was. It was from that client. The one who wanted that note made. It was his insurance. Insurance? As long as she lived quietly at home, there was no danger to her. But when she had to go outside, if she ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous. And the nail polish would do the rest. This time bomb sat there for 7 years and then it went off almost simultaneously. Man. If you are finished, may I return to my cell now? I'm not accustomed to standing for such long periods of time. Mr. Gavin, have you heard a single thing we've said? Oh, I listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction. What? Clavier, surely you understand? We are back to the evidence, the lacking evidence. Nothing proves a link between him and the Trokinine that took Mission's life. What about the restaurant? You killed Sacramari. To him from talking. I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again if you'd like. The victim was a traveler, one of Shady Smith, about whom we know little else. You can't seriously think I knew he was a particular fugitive. Okay, then why did you kill him? I plead my right to remain silent. Remember, this court did not convene to put me on the trial. The defendant's name is Vera Misham, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial has been finished for 6 months now. You know, but here's the thing. We are playing with a jury today, Mr. Christoph. I'm afraid we have strayed considerably from our purpose here. This court concurs with the witness. It is defendant Vera Misham who is on trial here. No, but you were doing so good, Apollo. As long as there is no evidence to support the accusation against him, this course of inquiry cannot find Vera Misham innocent. Your offense rate spent 7 years collecting this evidence. You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was a poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera Misham to bite her nails? What? It wasn't me, I know that much. The one who brought that poison to her lips was you. What? This is everything, there is nothing more. I believe this discussion has reached its conclusion. Your Honor, Sir Justice, you've performed admirably well for novice attorney. I respect your partner. Venus Wright's determination as well. However, without direct proof... Without direct proof you have nothing. Isn't that right, Clavier? Unfortunately, yes, Christoph, you're right. That is, you would have been right Until now. What? Did the news not reach your desk in Solitary? The eyes of the nation are in this courtroom today. This is the trial case for a new judicial system. That's right. I totally forgotten. The jurist system. Jurist? You said? The current judicial system has been deemed too closed off for society. This new system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law. Common citizens' wisdom? Is this some kind of a joke? What could we possibly gain by doing this? It's interesting our judicial system to mildly emotional mouth rational mouth breathers. Common citizens have something called common sense. Common sense is not restricted by law. Nonsense! This is the only room for two in the court, me and the law. Give the riffraff out of it, I say. They're not in the court, actually. They're watching everything by video camera. How can you allow this? Incidentally, the one responsible for making this happen was Phineas Wright. Oh, I'm starting. Phoenix knew he wouldn't be able to nail the evidence on him because of how vague everything was. So he set everything up. I mean, I think it's more like when, like, for moments like this where evidence is lacking, I think it is useful because, like, this guy is clearly the culprit. He admitted to most of the stuff, but just because he don't have the specific proof for a specific thing, suddenly he's not the culprit. Like, that kind of system just isn't any good. Like, you need a bit of balance. So everything was leading up to this. Of course. Right. 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 Jeez. Oh, I won't accept. I can't accept. This is no court. Law. Law's everything. Law is absolute. You let ignorant swine soil your courts? Kristoff, it's over. Clavier? The law is absolute? You can't be serious. What? Odd. I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions. The law is the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge. Like a gem polished to glean through trials and errors. It is this fruit we receive and pass on and face in our time. And it is always changing, growing, nurturing. It is our task as human beings. Except for you, Kristoff. You aren't changing. You stopped. You're not needed anymore. Yeah, like, he's saying that he doesn't like the jury system. I couldn't think of anything to say. Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. But someday I'll know what law is. And I'll fight to change it if I have to. Someday I'll know what law is. What I think, okay, what I would say is that the jury should only be used for cases like this, where it's like almost like there's a lot of evidence pointing towards a crime, but you don't have a final like decisive proof. Also, I really like this whole talk of like how the law is something that comes from history and is slowly polished, and it always will have mistakes, so we have to keep working on it and give it to and give it to the next generation. That's honestly a really nice way to see it. I see no need to further prolong this trial. This began as a trial of Paramisham, accused of murdering her father. The painter Dimisham, however, several other incidents were reviewed and we seem to have reached a conclusion. Before this court declares our verdict, await your decision. Jurors of the court, for the death of Dimisham, how do you find the defendant Paramisham? Innocent or guilty? I turn to you now to consider this matter. God, why are you... He sends a trial for this case. Only the verdict remains to be decided. Defendant Paramisham is currently in intensive care. If a decision cannot be reached today, it may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. The defendant poisoned her father that night, so she is guilty. Was there another reason for Mr. Bisham's death? Another person poisoned him. If so, she is innocent. A panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. That is all. Please, wait! Yes, jurist number 6? There's something in the jurist handbook here. Persons involved in the case may not be jurists. That is correct. I looked into all of your dossiers. None of you were involved with the development of the case. With the development of the case. I see. Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdicts. May your decision in the case against Paramisham. After 7 years, truth is ready to be heard. I can't save. Judge wisely, judge well. I can't save. Why didn't you tell me sooner, Lizzie? I mean, well, now I don't get to see the other version. Okay, so basically Lamiroir is voting here. Interesting. Oh right, the emulator. I forgot about that. Let's see. Save state 1. There we go. Okay, not guilty. Confirm. Yep. And so a verdict was reached on October 9th to 14 PM. First verdict under the jury system. Innocent by unanimous decision. The record will show that when the verdict was announced, special witness Christoph Gavin laughed. A laugh louder than any ever heard before or since. A laugh that echoed in the halls of justice, lingered for what seemed like hours. October 10th, 8:30 AM, the morning of their trial. In intensive care ward, a true miracle of court, Paramisham opened her eyes. Like, I know you guys like to like discuss stuff. I just don't like being made to discuss all stuff that I'm not an expert on. I just feel like I'm going to be on the losing side no matter what. Hipfield Clinic. Hey, baby! Berhen, so glad Don't cry, Apollo! I'm happy too, I'm proud. You did well, Apollo. When I thought about what if Hey now, you don't start crying too. Sorry you had to see us like this. Oh, baby! Vera? Thank you so much, Apollo, thank you. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that. If I hadn't, you never would have bitten your nails. No, I was wrong. Staying locked inside like that, clinging to my good luck charm. Vera, when I opened my eyes and saw you, I finally understood. It's important to be a part of the world. To see things with your own eyes. So that poison had some great effect after all. It killed off whatever was holding Vera back from life. And you pulled through, Vera. I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future. I won't forget it. Here, let me thank you. No, really, it's okay. Aww. Oh, look, it's me. I love it, thanks. Is that me? She really captured your essence, Apollo. Well, I think so at least. That reminds me. Do you know where the other lawyer is? The other lawyer? Oh, you mean Daddy? Said he's not a lawyer anymore. It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. No, it's okay. I'm through looking away from the things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that. He wrote all of these things for me when he came to visit earlier. You mean that stack of videos? Mr. Wright finished watching them all? You know, I knew my real daddy was alive. Huh? I was there 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped me in Spanish from the courtroom. You did what? How? I will remember. I'm not telling. He promised me that day he went away. We may not meet again. We may not meet again for some time, Trucy. But know this, I will be watching. One day, I shall return. You're the next Gramari, after all. Agaka. Oh, Trucy. In the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he? It's okay, Phoenix is my daddy now, even if he can't really play the piano. That he can't. The still is a complete series that it's brought to him in the hospital. Oh, and I've got you too, even if your voice is kinda loud sometime. Glad I made your list. Hey, come to think of it, where is Daddy, the one who can't play? Do you know, Apollo? I think he said he was to meet someone. I wonder. Maybe it's a new mommy? Well, actually, oh, Trucy? Yes, Vera? I was wondering, could you show him to me once more? Sir Hat, was it? Oh, he's not been knighted yet. Here goes, what's an impersonation, Mr. Hat? Objection! Not loud enough. And I like Miss Magic Underworld better anyway. That's magic panties, Apollo. Nice is canon. So, your memory's returned. Mr. Wright, this was all a part of your plan too? I don't know what you're talking about. When I lost my memory, I was reborn as Lamirar. But you knew my true identity, did you not? That is why you chose me as one of your jurists. Ah, you're thinking into it too much. Besides, there's no guarantees that regaining your memory would make you happy. Of course it is a happy thing. For so long I thought I was alone. But now I know I have children. Two dear children. I'm so proud of them. These two, I think, is thanks to you. Are you going to tell them? They do not know? Nope. They don't know their mother. They don't even know they are siblings. I'll go to them when the time is right. Until then, don't worry, I'll take care of them for you. They're pretty important to me too. Oh, my heart. I don't know you at times, but still, I have to keep an eye on her at least, because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Oh, your bracelet. Yes, I've seen a lot of mysterious things with these past 7 years, but your bracelets were the strangest of all. I remember meeting him half a year ago now in Christoph Kavin's office. And then I met you. Two fates destined to intertwine. Leave me alone. To his own mysticism. Two fates destined to intertwine, and I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget that. Such small thing, that bullet. It tore who I was away. "10 years ago, during a simple rehearsal. It was a miracle no one died, but I didn't survive that accident. That is why I left the troupe, my family. Now memory has returned. I am myself once more. For the first time, I am glad to be alive, Mr. Wright." Speaking of miracles, Miramicham regained consciousness this morning. I can only hope she's as glad as you are. It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes a life is taken, sometimes a life is spared. You know what I've been thinking? People don't die that easily, really, as long as they've got something worth living for. And that's pretty much the end of my story, for now anyway. I've still got a long way to go, and this power of mine, well, it needs some work. But there's hope now. We'd lost it, but somehow we found it again. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. Yeah, I think I'll keep at this lawyer thing for a while. Oops, training time, gotta go. Course of Steel, here comes justice. Amazing. I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big little brother. Oh, and don't you worry about Troupe Gramarye. Truce is on the case. Now that I have this, thanks Daddy. Truce Gramarye, frankly I got my doubts. But Gramarye, now that I'll pack him in. It's not every day you get a trial that rocks harder than one of your art gigs, yeah? That's why it's over. The cabinets are breaking up. The news caused a run on tissues at supermarkets nationwide. You're the real stars now. Look forward to our next jam session. Well, it's finally over, you know, thinking about it. I've been a player longer than I was a lawyer. Now that everything's sorted and I've got time on my hands, maybe I'll take some lessons. Or maybe I'll take the bar exam again. Miho Kobayashi. Tatsuke Yamamoto, Takeino Kimono, Shuichi Muramoto, Gyoko Takeda, bla bla bla. Mucha gente muy buena y de gran calidad y maravillosos. So I was standing around in Snakus the other day when I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden? You could have win the crunch or the Ivermectin ding. Ah, the power of science. Although the preservatives might not be 100% safe. I mean, I already know that Phoenix is going to go back to being a lawyer next game, but I can't wait for it because Apollo is great, But there's like nothing beats being unlikely event in Russian Feast. Come to Virtual Club. I think Calderon Restaurant is worst. But its greater challenge is be required. And come to head out. You know who to ask for. Really? I thought you told me that the least disliked was this one. Wait, what? What do you mean someone doesn't understand you? What the? So, Kentucky Busters is getting back to its eastern roots. Spread the culture roll. Yo, boss, culture time. This is how we write real root, capiche? Or are we still about giving back to the people? Yo, boss, beer time. And this is how we write people, alright? Not that one is paying any attention. Woo! Kids! I mean, I haven't played Dual Destinies. All I know is that Phoenix is a lawyer again. Besides, Jenny's character's on cake was like, man, you wanna make it today? You gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's why I made the OG cracker, for real. I don't look like no cracker. Gee, what? You want me to call it the OG muffin? Da 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 da. I don't know where all this talk about food is coming from. That's me, there's only one food and that's noodles. Noodles forever. I got a new one too. See, this time I just put a big chunk of salt in the bowl. I pretend Alonso noodles is about the salt. Salt forever. Amazing. I mean, Apollo has a lot of shenanigans, I don't know what you're talking about. My excessively inquisitive nature has one my irrevocable generation. You see, they used to copy Wesley Stinkler and Wesley Sticky Hands. But no longer. I have a new name, one that reflects my true academic nature. Wesley Sicko, reporting. Yes, curiosity is a sickness, and I am the cure. Sure, buddy. Okay, but and Apollo was different, but goddamn, it was fucking amazing. I don't know how to thank you for all you've done. Light has returned to my life, and with it joy. I may have lost years. I have gained a treasure, 2 treasures in fact. I will think of them when I write my next song. From magician to musician, quite the change. Russell, why are you in prison? Russell here, back on the beat with another interview. Eh? How do I feel about how things turned out? No scoop yet, but journalist confidence in mint condition. Unquote! Oh boy. I've decided to keep painting. Originals only, of course. I suppose I'll have to see a bit of the world and try to find what to paint. But I know there are good people out there now. I've met them. Baby. The door is open. The world is waiting. Thank you. Oh, ho, ho. Yeah, I have to. Oh, oh, that's so cute. But yeah, I gotta play Greatest Attorney at some point. Though I don't know if I'll be able to stream it unless I get a card. Okay, and that's it for that. But before we go, we have another ending to see. Let's see what happens if we pick Guilty. It will probably be very sad. And so a verdict was reached on October 9th. The first verdict under the jury system, a hung jury. The final verdict would have to wait for the following day. But fate had different plans. That night, defendant Vera Michon's condition worsened. She died in her hospital bed. Her verdict was postponed for eternity. Oh. I mean, it has a Fran translation, but still. Oh. Bad ending. Okay. Just bad ending. Fair enough. Oh, okay. We are done. That was Apollo Justice. What a wonderful fucking game. Oh, I had so much fun playing it. That was so much fun. I'm so glad I decided to stream it. Which means that this is on Steam from what I was told. Wait, really? Let me check. The Great. Oh yeah, it is. Holy shit, that's great. That is so good, actually. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to wishlist then. Whoop. No, I didn't know that. I am pleasantly surprised. You can buy the whole collection of Ace Attorney Trilogy Mask plus Greatest Attorney Chronicles. Amazing. Yep, I just wishlist the Chronicles for when I can buy it sometime. Maybe. But anyways, that was such a good game. Oh my god, all the twists and turns and all the hidden stuff and just how it all unfolded in the end. God, that was lovely. Therapy time. I still think the third Phoenix Wright game is still my favorite, but this is a close second. Like, in terms of characters and plot, I still prefer the third one, especially because the third game's prosecutor is my favorite. But I really like this. Everyone was so charming. Everyone just so full of personality, and it was just hilarious seeing their antics. And somehow I got used to saying the word daddy out loud, which is something. Yeah, the last. Okay. This last trial may be the best trial in all what I've played of Ace Attorney. Maybe. It's still like it's tied with the last trial of Trial and Tribulations, because Jesus Christ, that game is also insane. But yeah, I loved Apollo. I like how distinct Apollo is actually from Phoenix. Like, you can really tell the difference between them. Like Apollo is more of a, it's more of the Apollo is more of like the serious and like it's way more serious and way more like, how do I say it, down to earth than Phoenix. And he also does a lot more careful his lawyer work than Phoenix, that's for sure. Like I definitely can sense as Apollo goes a bit more by the book with things than Phoenix does. And he also has a lot of passion when it comes to to arguing with others, especially when with his cords of steel. Trucy was also an amazing like assistant. I love how she has like little fragments of both Phoenix's and Zack's personality in her, but at the same time how different she is in her own weirdness. And I just love all the little antics she has with her magic and such. That's just so nice and funny. I don't know which I like more, whether Trucy or Maya. I'm not yet decided on that. That's fair. Still, I'm sure there will be good games. But yeah, that was God. Also, Prosecutor Gavin, easily my second favorite prosecutor. Wait, actually, oh, that's a tough one. Oh, that's actually tough because there's also Edgeworth. Like, I'm pretty sure I like this game a lot. Well, at least the stuff I've seen. Like, everyone that isn't Jaime already knows who my favorite prosecutor is. But between Edgeworth and Clavier, I wouldn't be able to say which one is the second because they both have their own very special charm. Also, I just realized we haven't had music this whole time. Let me just quickly do... And shoop. Yeah, I think maybe Saturn be way better. Wait, what? Phineas Wright? BL? Professor Layton versus Phineas Wright. Fair. Before I made a full decision on whether I like Clavier or Edgeworth more, I should probably play Investigations to see the whole scope of Edgeworth, all the edge, every edge that exists. But yeah, like the characters, what's Investigations? It's a spin-off series about basically what Edgeworth is doing after the first game. Going around and solving. I don't know the details. I just know that it's about Edgeworth, like doing research on some stuff and such. And I know there are 2 games, but apparently only the first one has good translation. Yeah, anything that is Edgeworth and Ganshu is it promises to be gold already. Like those two had such a good dynamic. Also, like both having good translation. The second is fast related though. Oh wait, so the first one is like. Oh, so the first one is an official translation, but the second is a fan one. Oh, that's it. Okay. Worth the edge. Jaime, If I wasn't a holy man, I would ban you. Oh, so you want me to ban you? Okay. But yeah, like, the characters in this game are so good. Like, not a don't send me to Brazil. not a single character in this game has felt like they were boring. Eldun, fucking Stickler, the whole Kitaki family. You can still become cleric in D&D. Yes, indeed. You will be near me. Yes, a cleric of light who burns the heretics. But a virgin white drow. How dare you? just casually, just casually destroys the dragon with a crit. I'm only in your and specs groups, yes. But yeah, as I was saying, this game just every single character for every single goddamn case has just been a delight. It's a shame it was only 4 chapters long and not 5. Never done it. Oh, we're talking about D&D groups, Lizzie, not just... Oh. Hola, Ismael. Okay, everyone say hi to the best dungeon master in the entire world. Hijo de puta. Never been anything, but I bet can keep up with you. Wait, keep up in what way? What? I don't understand what you mean, Lizzie. Sergio Joseph crying over Caesar. God damn it. You people. But yeah, this is Ismael. I know what you're talking about, but I'm totally... Actually, we were talking about D&D before you arrived. So you arrived at the perfect moment. why are you writing in all caps? Just go, Damas, when it happens something cool with dying. Now I want to call you Isma somebody be crunk. Jaime, that sounds so wrong. Why did you have to write it like that? I hate you for this. That wasn't my intention, but just leave it like that. God damn it. But yeah, Ismael is one of my older friends, and also one of our main dungeon masters, and a fucking amazing one at that. Everyone give him praise because he deserves it. Ismael sounds like an Arabic god, I like it. Ismael, have you never seen Cuzco? Like, why are you talking about Arabic gods? Oh yes, it's all coming together. No, I never said what. I am very confused by this conversation now. I love how we get used in this chat, goddammit. Ay. I can't escape the chaos that Lizzie brings along with her every time she steps into a room. So I was expecting the end this session. If you think the sessions we have with, oh okay. Oh no, Jaime is gone. Quick, let's talk about how good he's at playing with the piano behind his back. He also being everything about you can skip. Look, I already have enough chaos. I have a person called Ismael here who already brings me enough chaos into my life just with what he DMs. Hey, me that guy. Jeez, you people. But yeah, anyways, I guess we can talk later in Discord if you want to hear more of my thoughts about the game and all. Thanks for popping in for a second and just bringing chaos, Ismail. Always appreciated. Emiry's chaos child was literally created by chaos for chaos. My life is pain. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. Gonna skip Paya next time. Sure. Be my guest. Lizzie will understand your list. Bring paella. Pero marisco o pollo. Esa es la pregunta de verdad. Okay. Mi hermano es mi sándwich de... ¿Qué cojones? ¿Cómo funciona eso? Ya, pero la paella tiene jugo. ¿Cómo metes paella en pan? Okay, this will do for this. There we go. Yo comería pan con yogurt. Yes, Saber, we are speaking blue. Yo como pan con yogur, al menos rebañando. Blue as well. Anyways. No sé, a mí me gusta tomarlo con el pan con... en plan rebañar el pan yogur. Queda bien. Vaya, I'm going to finish this thing now before this gets out of hand. Estoy en así como... Mi respeto. Me cago en la hostia puta. So yeah, Dark Souls on Monday. Bye.